Hiya Mike, great to see you again today. Super session, considering you've not played a great deal of golf through the winter months and you had quite a substantial layoff when you were in America last summer. Your swing's still there or thereabouts. Very solid contact, plenty of club head speed. That's not the main issue. The main issue is controlling the curve of your ball. A couple of problems with that. First of all is your understanding of what makes the ball do what it does through the air. Remember what we said during the session. The ball's going to tend to take off and start in the direction that the club face is pointing, and it's going to tend to curve away from the path of the golf club. So if that ball's curving to the left, we're definitely swinging into out. Depending on where it starts, depends on what adjustments we need to make. So as long as you bear in mind, ball starts where the club face points and bends away from the path, you can start to make corrections when you're at the golf course. We'll take a little look at your swing. First thing we talked about was that the swing can tend to get a little bit long. As we go back, the right arm sort of lifts off the side of the rib cage at that point. From face on, we talked about the angle of the club face during the early part of your session. You were tending to think that the club face was going to bend the golf ball and the path was going to start it off. As a result, you're a little bit handsy coming through, and there's a tendency to throw the club head at the ball. So the club head is passing your hands, resulting in a loss of power, the odd miss hit where you catch the ground behind the ball, but more importantly, that golf ball starting left a little bit too often. What we see here with Grant Waite at the top right is a much more compact looking backswing. He's going to maintain the pressure point between the top of his right arm and the top of his chest at the top. You can see there, a little bit shorter in the arm swing, a little bit more compact golf swing at the top. As he comes through, he's going to keep the hands nice and quiet because he's understanding that the club face starts the ball and the path bends it. So what he's doing there now is much quieter with the hands. So what we did was give you the drill where we put the T-pegs beneath your armpits. That's going to keep the tops of your arms connected to your chest. When you did that, you made a much more compact top of the backswing position. You can see there that the arms and the body working much more in conjunction with one another. No big gap there now beneath the right arm and the side. Here, as opposed to what we had at the start of your session, which is a much more substantial gap because of disconnection at the top. On the way down, we then suggested that you keep your hands nice and quiet. So on the way through, we're going to see a much quieter move through the ball, no flashing at it with your hands, because we now understand that we don't need to square that club up on the way through. As a result, much better through the ball position than what we're seeing here on the top left where the club's dropping inside. Hands are whipping over. You can see there the club's getting way out in front of you, and the right heel tends to be flipping up a little bit too early. So good luck with it. In the meantime, keep the pressure points between your upper arms and your chest and keep the hands nice and quiet through the hip area. Well done, and see you in a few weeks' time.